It's 9:03 on Friday, March 28th. We're at 49 degrees. A chance of showers later on, going up to around 70. Good morning, I'm John Aaron.
I'm Michelle Basch. Now the latest on the Trump impact on our area. President Trump continues to sign executive orders, and two of the latest target the district. WTOP's Kyle Cooper has more on one that the White House says will make the nation's capital safe again.
D.C. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton calls the executive order insulting. The order establishes a task force to, among other things, surge police to crack down on drug use, vandalism, and unpermitted demonstrations in public areas of the city. It also calls on the task force to clean up graffiti from all federal buildings, monuments, and statues, and clear homeless encampments in the city. Norton says many of the claims about the city in the order are false and points out no D.C. officials are asked to be part of the work of the task force. The president's order says D.C. should be a symbol of pride for the American people, but a lack of law enforcement has created an environment that facilitates crime and blight. WTOP has reached out to Mayor Bowser's office for comment. Kyle Cooper, WTOP News.
Another executive order targets the Smithsonian. President Trump says there's been a concerted and widespread effort over the past decade to rewrite American history by replacing facts with a distorted narrative driven by ideology rather than truth. The order puts Vice President Vance in charge of an effort to remove what the president calls improper ideology from the Smithsonian Institution. It consists of 21 museums in the National Zoo and was about 60% federally funded in 2023. There's been no comment so far from the Smithsonian.
The same order also aims to restore federally controlled monuments and memorials that were removed or changed since 2020 to perpetuate what's called a false reconstruction of American history. It also directs the Secretary of the Interior to ensure that monuments don't disparage any Americans, past or present, but instead focus on the country's greatness and progress.
In other news, things that are not cars are crowding drivers out of on-street parking in some neighborhoods in Prince George's County. And WTOP's John Doman reports new bills aim to address that.
Catherine Adams has lived in her Riverdale home since Dwight Eisenhower was president, and the fight over parking spots is escalating, with neighbors now blocking off their own spots.
These stupid cones that are sitting everywhere are ridiculous.
Councilman Eric Olson says it's clear some neighborhoods have grown more than expected.
It's creating a lot of spillover effect.
Yesterday, a bill prohibiting trailers from being parked on residential streets in the evening and overnight hours passed in committee, and the one that would stop people from blocking off spaces with cones is on its way.
We need to tackle that and make sure that we're doing everything we can to work with the neighborhoods.
A bill to make parking boats on county roads illegal will get a final vote next month. In Largo, John Doman, WTOP News.
In the end, it was more on the sour side, but Terps fans are taking things in stride after Maryland's men's basketball team lost to Florida in their Sweet 16 matchup last night. WTOP's Alan Etter talked with them in College Park.
I shed a few tears in there, so it wasn't a great moment for me.
Anthony was pretty optimistic going into the Florida game, but now looks back on a pretty good year.
I know. I can't complain about that, but obviously would have loved to see a win. Getting emotional just thinking about it right now.
Fans here along Baltimore Avenue are all talking about rebuilding next year now that athletic director Damon Evans is leaving, and potentially coach Kevin Willard doing the same. Justin is hopeful for 2026.
If we lose our coach, we got to get a new one, someone good. So we were talking to Arkansas's coach. That would be pretty good. St. John's. Yeah, I think we'll be able to figure it out. New athletic director. Hopefully we'll be back.
In College Park, Alan Etter, WTOP News.
Meantime, the Terrapin women will face a tournament top seed, South Carolina, later today. Tip-off set for 5 p.m.
Coming up in Money News.
Longing for the old Facebook? It is back. I'm Jeff Claybaugh.
Traffic and weather in 30 seconds.